It's not all doom and gloom. The atmosphere in Springfield is better. We were working with a governor for the previous 6 years who, as I said, didn't understand his job. Because he didn't understand his job, he always made it a battle with the members of the Illinois House and the members of the Illinois Senate as to what he was doing and what we were doing. Governor Quinn at least understands that there needs to be an understanding that the Constitution says that the Illinois General Assembly and the Illinois governor are co-equal branches of government. Neither has more authority or influence than the other. We provide a check and balance to the governor. The governor, with his veto pen, provides a check and balance to us. We are co-equal branches of government. This governor gets that. The last governor did not. And so the atmosphere in Springfield, at least in terms of that, is better. But the atmosphere in other ways is really not any better. There's still a lot of partisanship. We might have passed that tax increase at the end of May if not for the stubbornness of one political leader in Springfield who'd said to his members, no, we're not going to do this. And he said they weren't going to do this, not for public policy reasons, but for political reasons. Because once you get to June 1st, you need more votes to pass a bill in Springfield. Under our Constitution in the Illinois House, you need 60 votes out of 118 members to pass any piece of legislation up until the 31st of May. After the 31st of May, it takes 71 votes, and that's a lot of extra votes. And so you would imagine that if you couldn't pass a certain bill, let's say an income tax increase, with 60 votes before May 31st, it becomes astronomically more difficult to do it after June 1st when you need 71 votes. So we've got a lot of problems ahead of us. A lot of thought will have to go into how to fix the problems of the state of Illinois with no money. A lot of thought will have to go into how we find more money. And we have much to do to improve our state in this climate. I myself think we need to take a look at where we were and where we want to go. I think we, in many ways, ought to take a look at all of our tax laws, rip them up and throw them out and start over, including property taxes, including sales taxes. I think we need to look at how and why we fund schools, figure out a better, more efficient way to do that. I think we need to find a different way to fund our social service programs, human services, and make sure that the best agencies out there that provide the best service are given an opportunity to expand, while those that may not be as good are shrunk down. And so there's much to do. Illinois is an interesting state because we're the most diverse state in America. If any of you have traveled from Rockford to Cairo, and you see the different counties, and you see the different people, and you see, and you within an hour you go from Chicago into corn country, and you get out of your car and you talk to people, you see how much different Illinois is. I myself have been in 100 of the 102 counties of Illinois. It's a fascinating trip. If you've never done it, you should spend a couple of weeks and drive around Illinois. Go into some small town and go into their local diner at 8 in the morning when everybody's having breakfast and just talk to people. And what you'll find is that on certain social issues, you have substantial differences. Maybe you disagree on abortion, maybe you disagree on guns, maybe you disagree on gay rights, maybe you disagree on a number of social issues. But on the real issues that affect most families on a day-to-day basis, making sure your kids get educated, making sure you have an opportunity to get good health care, good retirement benefits, live the kind of life you want to live, and happiness and peace, the kind of dinner table issues like how are we going to send our son to college, those issues are in every house in the state of Illinois. Those issues are in every house in the United States of America. And so we tend in Springfield to spend most of our time on those controversial issues that make headlines about those difficult issues that we're always debating, guns, for instance. But what we spend less time doing, but we should be spending much more time doing, is how to help everyday families cope with everyday problems in their life, sending kids to college, issues of health care, issues of what to do with aging parents and grandparents, issues of the ability and the affordability of housing, issues regarding how to get to work, making sure the transit systems work. These are the things we should spend more time doing and less time pandering to the public about how we feel about gay rights or how we feel about abortion or guns. And so I spent a lot of time in Springfield trying to focus my colleagues a little more on issues that really matter to families. And I've had some success, but when you've got a legislature with 177 members, and many of them come from communities far from here, but of course still in the state of Illinois, you've got a very difficult mix to make public policy. That's why it's so difficult in Springfield to sometimes do what the general public says, well, here's A, B, and C, 3 things we ought to do to fix this. It's clear to me, it's clear to you, why don't you just do it? Well, the answer is that Illinois is so diverse, it's hard to go down there and make those things happen. Important things move at a snail's pace in Springfield. We need to spend a little more time and effort in making them move a little more quickly.